Hey there everyone, Ramesh here, back again with another video on Spring Boot and ThymeLeaf. In this video tutorial we are going to implement pagination and sorting with Spring Boot, ThymeLeaf, Spring Data JPA, Hibernate and MySQL database. Alright. In previous video we have created a Spring Boot crude web application with ThymeLeaf, Spring MUC, Spring Data JPA, Hibernate and MySQL database. And in this video we basically extend this crude web application by implementing pagination and sorting. Okay, we basically extend this Spring Boot crude web application in this video, and we'll implement pagination and sorting. Alright, great. Let me quickly show you what we are going to implement in this video tutorial. So look at here, this is our employee management application that we have created in previous video. We have basically developed a CUDA operations on employee entity. So look at here, this is a add employee button through which we can add a new employee. This is the update and delete, and this is the list. So these are the CUDA operations that we have implemented in previous video tutorial. And in this video tutorial we are going to extend this project and we will implement a pagination and sorting features. Okay, so look at here at the down. Here you can see the pagination part 1 2 3 next last. So this is the pagination and there are total 7 records out there. If I click on 2, it will navigate to the second page, and again if I click on 1, it will navigate to the first page. And there are total 5 records in a page, so it means that page size is 5, and these are the page numbers. So remember, page size and page number, so these are the two attributes we frequently use in our pagination implementation. And look at here, we have provided a link to the column headers: employee first name, employee last name, and employee email. So we basically sort employee post name by clicking on this hyperlink. So look at here, I just sorted employee post name in a descending order. So sort field, it basically takes employee attribute like first name, last name, employee, and sort direction is basically takes ascending and descending direction. Alright, so for example here I am going to sort a employee by last name. Just I will click on employee last name column. So look at here, the query parameters, sort field is last name and sort direction is ascending. Again if I click on employee email hyperlink, it will sort employee by descending order. Okay, so you can toggle the sorting here in ascending and descending order. So this is what the pagination and sorting implementation that we are going to build in this video tutorial. Alright, let's go ahead and let's implement pagination and sorting step by step. Alright, let's get started. So first we'll complete step by step pagination, and then we'll implement sorting a bit later. Okay, so look at here in Eclipse STSID, we have created Spring Boot ThymeLeaf crude web app project in previous video tutorial, and we have implemented crude operation on employee entity. Okay, now we will focus on pagination and sorting part. Okay, so if you don't have this project, then please visit my previous video tutorial where I have given a link to download this project, and you can import this project in Eclipse STSID and you can continue implementing pagination and sorting. Alright, let's first focus on pagination and then we'll move to the sorting part. Alright, great. Let's first understand what are the changes required for pagination implementation at the backend layer. Okay, so let me briefly give you an idea how the Spring Data JPA provides APIs for pagination and sorting. Okay, to use a pagination and sorting of Spring Data JPA, then you need to extend pagination and sorting repository interface. So paging and sorting repository interface provides couple of APIs. For example, find all. So this API accepts sort as a method argument, and this API provides support for sorting. And look at here, the return method argument for find all method. this is pageable, right? So this API provides the support for pagination. Okay, so these two APIs are very important, and Spring Data JPA provides out of the box implementation for these two APIs, and we can use these two APIs to perform pagination and sorting. Okay, so this is very important. You try to understand what are the APIs Spring Data JPA provides for pagination and sorting. Okay, and in order to utilize these APIs, our repository interface should extend paging and sorting repository. But notice here, JPA repository internally extends paging and sorting repository interface, so we no need to make any changes over here, because repository interface, JPA repository interface internally extends paging and sorting repository interface, so we can leverage paging and sorting APIs. Okay, so we no need to make any changes in a repository layer right now. Alright, so let's identify what are the changes required at a service layer. So for pagination, we are going to add a separate method. Okay, and we'll implement a method for pagination. So let us say here we give a return type as a pageable page. So page we need to give here, and we need to pass a type as employee, and let's give a method name as find paginated, something like this. And then here we will pass two parameters, page number and page size. Okay, great. Now let's go ahead and let's implement this method. Let's mouse over it, and you can see here add implemented method. So click on it, and here we need to provide implementation. Alright, so let's create an object of pageable, and this is the page request dot of, and here we need to pass page number -1, and this is the page size. Okay, let me explain this code. Spring Data JPA provides pageable and page request classes. Okay, so pageable basically is an interface. Okay, and page request is a class which implements pageable interface. So look at here, its internal implementation. Alright, so page request class internally implements pageable interface, and these two interface and classes provides information for pagination. Okay, and look at here, this is a very important. From the user point of view, we provide a page number as 1 2 3 4 5 like this, right? We don't provide a 0 1 2 3 like that. We always start with a 1 base page numbers. But Spring Data JPA APIs consider a page number with a 0 base. For that, we are going to here just make this logic. For example, if page number is 1, then we just minus, we just subtract this number with the 1. So let us say page number is 1, then 1 minus 1 0. We pass 0 to the page request, and Spring Data JPA APIs consider page number start with a 0 base. Understood why I have given a page number -1. Okay, great. Now what we'll do, we simply call employee repository here, and then find all, and we pass pageable object. That's it. And look at here, this find all method provides support for pagination. Okay, great. Now we have implemented find paginated method in an employee service. Now what we'll do, we'll make changes to the controller layer. So let's open employee controller, and let us add a separate method for handling pagination. Okay, great. Let's create a method public string, and let us say view page, or let's call this method as find paginated, something like this. And then we use @get mapping annotation here, and look at here the URL I am just giving here. Let's give a page, and here we give a path variable, let's say page number. Okay, and here what we'll do, we'll use a path path variable annotation to bind a value of page number attribute. Let's say page number here, and let's bind this with the method parameter. This is page number. Okay, great. Now what we'll do, we'll declare a page size here. Page size will give 5, so but you can give any number here that you are that as per your requirement. So I will give page size as a 5. So one more important thing here is, if you want to pass a page size from the UI, then what you can do, you can give here one more path variable like this, page size, and then you can pass a page size from the UI. But to keep it simple, I am just giving page size 5 here. So I know that page size is fixed for me, so I can give a page size here. So you can make it a configurable. You can pass it from either UI, or you can get this from property file as per your requirement. Alright, and then what we will do here is we just get a list of employees from service layer, the employee service, and then find paginated, pass page number, page size. Great. And here let's get a list of employees from the page object. Let's say list employees, and basically page object provides get content method, so this will return a list of employees. Okay, now we got a list of employees which are paginated. Okay, now we want to return some information to the UI, that is ThymeLeaf template, to populate on a pagination. For example, we want to get a model object first here, and we want to bind more data to the model now. Attribute, and let us say current page number, current page. So current page is nothing but our page number. Alright, and then model dot add attribute, and this is the total pages, and we can get a total pages from the page object dot get total pages. Okay, and then model dot add attribute, and here again we pass a total number of records, right? For that I will just say total items, and then here page dot get total elements. So this returns a number of rows, and then we'll add one more attribute, that is list of employees, right? List of employees. That's it. And here finally we will return the view, that is index. Great. Now let me recap what we have done. We have created a method handler which will handle a pagination, and we are just passing a page number as a path variable, and then we retrieved a list of employees, paginated employees, and then we are just passing page number, total pages, total items, list employees to the ThymeLeaf template using model. Alright, now what we'll do, we'll make one more change here. So this is the view home page, right? So what we'll do, we'll display a list of paginated employees, right? For that we are going to call internally this method find paginated, and we pass page number as 1 and model. Okay, this returns a view. Okay, from this method we call find paginated, and then this will return a paginated employees. Great. So this completes our backend part. Now let's move to the front end. So let us see what are the changes required in a ThymeLeaf template now. Open index.html page, and then here at the bottom under table we add a pagination. So first let's create a div over here, and here we're going to add ThymeLeaf attribute, that is if condition, and let us say if total pages are greater than 1, then only we can show the pagination part. Here I'm going to add a condition over here, total pages greater than 1. Okay, and then here we'll design a layout for displaying a pagination sequence. For that we are going to use Bootstrap CSS. So we have already added Bootstrap library in a header section. So look at here how I design. So first we create a div here, and here this is the class, and we are going to create a row here. This is the row. Okay, and inside row we'll create one more div, and this is here we provide a Bootstrap grid. So this is small, and then I give, this is the grid system. So you should just understand how Bootstrap grid system works. So basically we divide a row into 12 columns. So you can just go through the how grid system works in a Bootstrap. So here again I will provide this CSS class, and I will say 10. Okay, and I'm going to just copy this, and let us say 1, and then this is 1. So what I have done, I have created a row here. Inside that I have created a 3 divs. Now what we'll do, we'll add a pagination code inside this div. Okay, so we'll first display a number of rows. For that let's add this total items. So look at here, these total items we got from the controller here. Okay, total items. So we want to display a number of rows or records that we retrieved from the database table, that we are going to show here in this div. Okay, by using this ThymeLeaf expression or syntax. So this is the total rows. Now inside this div we are going to let me quickly write the code, and let me explain you. So look at here, this is the spam. So basically we are going to display a number sequence, page number sequence, like 1 2 3 4 like that, and this is the total pages. So let us say if there are 10 total pages, then we are going to print the sequence like from 1 to 10. So this is the inbuilt number sequence that we are using, and this is the ThymeLeaf attribute th:each. So this is the ThymeLeaf attribute that we use to iterate over a collection of objects. Okay, and look at here, this is the ThymeLeaf if condition. So here we are just checking that if a current page is not equal to I. Let us say if there are 10 sequence like from 1 to 10, and if the current page is 2, and this is the current page that we got from the controller, right? So from here, okay, let us say current page is 1 and this page is I is 2, then this condition is true, and then it prints a hyperlink. Okay, unless it prints a text here. Alright, so this is pretty simple logic. So understand, this is the ThymeLeaf attribute that we use to iterate over numbers. So numbers is an array or a collection, and here we are giving a hyperlink if a current page is not equal to this number, and otherwise unless we just print the text here. So this I will again explain you once our application up and running, and then in a UI part I'm gonna explain once again this part. Okay, now after sequence we want to give two hyperlinks like next and last. So for next I am going to just give this piece of code. Alright, so again if current page is less than total pages, then I can display a hyperlink unless I just display text, that is next. Okay, now the last one, that is last. Okay, this is also similar. If current page less than total pages, then we give a last hyperlink, otherwise we will just give a text, that is last. So let's understand more about this pagination by running our application. So what I will do, I will just run the Spring Boot application, and then from the UI side we will understand more about it. Spring Boot application is up and running on embedded default Tomcat server on port 8080. Now let's access the link from the browser. So in the browser, let's refresh localhost 8080. Now let's add few employees. Let me quickly add few employees. So look at here the important part. Once the page size is 6, then we have shown a pagination part here. Okay, so in a current page we are showing 5 records. So this is the page size. So page size we have given 5, right? That's why there are 5 records in a table. As soon as the records incremented more than 5, then just this pagination part is popped up. If we click on 2, this shows only 1 record, and you can click on 1 here, so this goes back and you can see here 5 records. Alright, and if you click on last, this shows a last page of the pagination, and you can again click on 1 here to see the first page. So this is how the pagination works. And now, so look at here, if I click on 2, so 2 is the last page, and next and last. So this just a text, this is not a hyperlink. So this is the logic we have written. So look at here, if current page less than total pages, then we show a hyperlink, otherwise we just show the text here. So this is not a hyperlink. So this is what we have, this is what we are seeing on a web page. So this is the text, it is not a hyperlink because this is the last page, right? I hope you understood the logic now. Alright, so this is how pagination works. You can add a few more employees, and you can see here few more pagination numbers. I hope you understood how to implement a pagination in Spring Boot application. So look at here, we have implemented pagination in previous part, right? And for that we have created a separate method, that is find paginated, and we are going to modify this method to support sorting feature as well. Okay, so pagination and sorting, both features we implement by using this single method. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's add 2 more parameters to this method. Okay, great. Let's say string, and here the field, let's say sort field, and then the direction, either ascending or descending. So let's say sort direction, something like this. Okay, so this is the field we want to sort, and this is the sort direction, either in ascending or descending. Okay, so these are the two parameters we needed. Now let's move to the employee service IMPL, and again we just copy these two fields and comma paste it here. Okay, now we need to create an object of sort class. So look at here, this is the sort class which is located in Spring Framework.data.domain package sort. And here what basically we are doing, we are just checking whether the sort direction is in ascending or descending. So based on the direction we need to create an object of the sort class. So let me show you how to do it. Here we need to call equals and ignore case method. So you can call it only equals method, that is also works. And here I am going to call sort dot direction and then ascending and then name. So instead of writing hard-coded ascending value, I am just going to use the direction enum which is declared in sort class. Okay, if sort direction is in ascending, then we create object of sort like this, sort dot by, and then here we need to pass a sort field and then ascending. Okay, this is the object. Else what we will do, we will create an object of the sort and descending like this, pass sort field and then descending. It's pretty simple, right? We need to create an object of the sort with a field and its direction like this. Okay, so look at here, if you want to use a sorting feature only, then you can call find all method and just pass a sort object like this. Okay, and if you want to support both pagination and sorting together, then what we need to do is we need to just pass this sort method to the page request.op method like this. Alright, so as we are doing pagination and sorting together, so we need to pass sort object to the page request.op method like this. Okay, if you want to sort if you want to do only sorting operation, then we can call a find all method and just pass a sort object here. Alright, because as I already shown you, paging and sorting repository interface provide two methods, right? Find all and find all with sort object as a method argument, and another find all method with pageable object as a method argument. Alright, so if you call find all method with sort object as a method argument, then this will support for sorting feature. Alright, got it? Great. So as we are doing pagination and sorting together, so we just need to pass sort object to the page request.op method like this. And so it's pretty simple. So this completes our changes at a service layer. Now let's move to the controller layer. Now let us see what are the changes required at an employee controller. Okay, so we have a find paginated method over here. So this method provides employees, paginated employees, and we are going to implement sorting and paging features together. So we need to modify this existing method, right? So we need to construct a URL something like this, sort field and sort direction. So these fields are basically we read from the query parameters which is present in a URL. So to handle this, what we'll do, here we use add request param annotation to read a query parameters. Okay, so here we just pass a sort field, and here we need to bind this query parameter to the method argument. Looks like this, and just copy this and paste it here, and we need to read a sort direction, right? Alright, great. And now we need to pass these two fields to the here a method. Okay, great. So what we have done, we have just read query parameters from the URL using @request param annotation. It's pretty simple. And again, we need to pass a sorting information to the ThymeLeaf template in order to provide a sorting support at view layer, right? So let's go ahead and let's add 3 attributes to the model. Let's say add attribute, and here we need to pass sort field, and then pass sort field model dot add attribute, and here just pass sort direction. Okay, and this is again sort direction. Okay, so look at here, basically we are passing 3 attributes to the model object so that we can use these 3 attributes in a ThymeLeaf template to support a sorting that I will show you. So look at here, reverse sort direction. So this attribute we use to toggle sorting order when user click on the fields. So this attribute we use in a ThymeLeaf template for to toggle the sorting order. Alright, great. Now we have done controller layer changes. So one more change is required over here. So we need to pass a default field like first name, and then so this first name should be sorted in ascending order. What is the error here? So we need to pass this model, so we need to just change the order. Okay, so first name and ascending. So this is the default field for sorting, and this is the default sorting direction. It is in ascending. Alright, so whenever a home page will display, then employees will be by default sorted by first name, and the direction is in ascending. Alright, great. Now we have done a backend changes. Let's move to the front end changes. Now let's see what are the changes required at a front end. So here under templates folder we have a ThymeLeaf template site, open index.html page, and we basically make a header columns of the table sortable by adding hyperlinks. Ideally we provide an icon or image for sorting, but to keep it simple, we make a header columns of a table sortable by adding hyperlinks. For example, here I will just add a hyperlink like this. So this is the employee post name column, right? So I just added a hyperlink to this column. Okay, so as we have implemented pagination and sorting together by using a single method in an employee controller, this is the method. So whenever we provide a sorting support, then we need to also pass a pagination, right? Pagination attributes. For example, here in a hyperlink we are passing current page, so this is the attribute which is related to pagination. And look at here the query parameters, sort field, and this is the sort direction. So look at here the placeholder question mark. So this is how we pass a query parameters. Okay, and this is the reverse sort direction. So this is the attribute we use to toggle sorting order. Okay, so pretty simple. So similarly we need to provide a hyperlink for other columns as well. And notice here the post name, so this is the field, it should same as the field which we created in a employee entity. For example, in a model you can see here employee and JPA entity, right? So this first name should be same as the field name for sorting. Okay, just remember this. And this is the attribute that we use to toggle sorting order. And similarly, let's copy this and let's use for sorting last name, employee last name. So we basically sort employees by last name, and again we need to change the field here. Okay, similarly let's do it for employee email. Just delete this and paste the hyperlink, and here we need to change the field like email and employee email. Alright, it's pretty simple. So that's it. So we have provided a hyperlink to the header columns of the table for sorting. Okay, now the important changes we need to do here. So look at here, we have modified the page handler method, right? Find paginated method handler in employee controller, like we have provided sorting attributes, right? So we need to change sort pagination part here. So we need to just pass a query parameter to the existing hyperlink here. So let me show you how to do it. So just pass a query parameter, that is sort field and sort direction here. Remove this, and so look at here, question mark and then sort field and sort direction. Okay, great. So this is how we just pass a query parameter to the existing URL. So similarly let's do it for next and last. It's pretty simple, right? Now what we'll do, we'll run our Spring Boot project and let us see how it works. Go to the main entry point class of our Spring Boot project, right click and then run as Java application. Our Spring Boot application is up and running. Now let's access our application from the browser. Go to the browser and in a new tab just type localhost 8080, and look at here, by default employees are sorted in a ascending order by their first name. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll sort employees by first name in descending order. Alright, so look at here the query parameters, sort field, that is the first name, and sort direction descending order. Okay, now I want to sort again the employees by first name in ascending. Just click here on this link. So look at here the query parameters, sort field first name and sort direction ascending. So we have provided attribute, that is a reverse sort direction attribute, to provide a toggle sorting order facility, for example. So look at here, this is the reverse sort order attribute that we have used to toggle sorting order, and that same we have provided in a hyperlink over here. Okay, great. Now let us see, I want to sort employees by their last name in ascending. You can just click over here, and if you want to sort employees by their email, okay, in ascending, then you can see here sort field employee, sort field email, and sort direction ascending. It's pretty simple, right? I hope you understood how to sort employees by their fields in ascending or descending order. It's pretty simple. So ideally you can provide a icon or image over here, and you can provide the same link to that icon or image, and you can just click on the icon to sort employees by their columns, by their fields. Okay, to keep it simple, I have just provided a hyperlink to the header columns of the table for sorting. Alright, it's pretty simple implementation. I hope you understood the flow. Alright guys, I hope you found this video tutorial useful. I have also created a blog post on this video tutorial, and I have published on my website. I will provide a link in a video description, and I will also host source code of this video tutorial on my GitHub repository, and I will provide a GitHub repository link in a video description. Anytime you can go ahead and you can download a source code from my GitHub repository. Alright, thanks for watching guys. I will see you in the next video.